Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Welcome back to the T0 to T6 Abyss series. We're here on the test server. We're not actually on Tranquility. We're here on the test server because we're going to test out our T3 Electric Zealot to see how it performs with our skills right now. You might be asking, oh Aceface, why are you doing this T0 to T6 Abyss series on the test server? We're supposed to do stuff on Tranquility. Look, the thing is, I'm not stupid, okay? I think everyone who is doing Abyss stuff and who is trying to work their way up the Abyss ladder ought to use the test server a lot. Abuse the heck out of the test server. Not abuse it, but what do you mean abuse it? I mean just use it a lot because it's a really good tool to see where you stand. Because when it comes to skills of your character, when it comes to your certain fits you've got, they can sometimes you can have a decent fit. Sometimes your skills cannot be enough. Sometimes your skills could be lacking, so that with your fit you've got can make you in certain waves go really bad. And I just want to just do some testing right here with the T3 Zealot that I'm going to probably buy soon. See how it feels, see what feels bad, see what I could improve on in terms of my in-game skills, even my fit needs to be altered slightly. We'll see, but I think this is good both for just seeing how it feels, seeing how it goes. Also, just in general, getting a bit of muscle memory, getting a bit of actual piloting skill trained up, because I'll be getting more into the rhythm of using this ship in the T3 Abyss, because T3 Abyss is going to look in a certain way, T4 is going to look in a certain way, T6 is going to look in a certain way. In T6, for example, I run T6 as my Gila. I'm just sitting there face taking everything. It's a certain way I follow the ship here. When I use my T4 hybrid Gila, I use it in a certain way because I use a ship that has got a big buffer of shields. I use the most amount of cycles of my shield booster to fully utilize the big buffer I've got in my ship. A certain way I use my ship there. Here, a certain way is going to be using the Zealot as well. I have to, get the good tracking, get the optimal range, get the Webifier going, see how the neuting is going to turn out, see how the T3 waves are going to fare. Sometimes some T3 waves can be easier than I thought, because they sometimes get additional spawns in higher filaments. For example, I don't think I've ever seen an elite Lucifer Cinnabal in a T2 site. They do spawn in T3 sites, so that little change could pose a big difference in how well we succeed in the T3 Abyss. And that's why I want to try this out in the test server, and that's why I consider this to be a part of our journey to T6 Abyss, because we need to test out stuff. We need to make sure that we are able to do this with our character right here, because we've got our character, Kokekaji Enderus. We actually have to do some things to get all the skills going on, because we've got the fits that are copied from Tranquility. We've got the fit right here, but if we go with the Conflag, we don't have as much DPS. That's because we don't have all the skills. So what we want to do is copy skills. Do this. Is this the right command? I think it will copy. Alright, we can just do help, maybe. Help. Is this help? Maybe here. What is the copy skills, maybe? It's not working. What is this? I'll check real quick. There's certain commands you can use to get, this is what we want right here. There's certain particularly commands you can do to get certain qualities on the test server. So we'll do this. Copy skills. See this? We've got a bunch of skills now training up. So if we just wait a bit, should have. You have no skills trained. Floating. I want to resume training. Thank you very much. And we want to also copy skills. Copy skills. Oh, we need to wait a bit of time now. Oh, that's annoying. What we can do right here is get all the fits ready. So I'm in Akuchi. This is a good system that is close to Jita, with a station that has no real price on the items right here. So we can just buy stuff here, check it out, see how it's going to fare in the T3 Electrical Abyss. It should work really well. To be honest, I'm using a thermal hardener. You can see here I'm using a thermal hardener. I don't even think I would need to use this, but just for safety measures I'm using it. And we'll see here, we'll fit this multi-fit. To wait a bit until we can get the skills going on. And you can see here we can't use these because we need the skills trained. We can do maybe copy skills now. You have a skill in your queue that is missing prerequisites. Persisting queue failed. Oh. Not sure why. It's not working. Maybe if I remove this, perhaps. Not sure why it's saying persisting queue is not working. Okay, now it seems to. I just copy pasted everything now. The copy skills, and actually it seems to be working. It took a bit of time to update this properly. Let's see now. What is DPS? 576 DPS is still not enough. Oh yes, because our drones are not really doing anything. Let's see now. Okay, now it is. If we were to use the drones, but they're not really going to be doing anything with what we've got right here. We can actually swap out the drones because we've not got the skills to use them. So we can get maybe some Acolyte. You can just use them as like bait, really. Because they're not going to do any damage right here. We've not got any drone skills trained in this character. And we've not got the Afterburner trained as well, so we'll want to get 10 MN. 10 MN probably monopropellant, I guess. No, we could go with a faction, because I think the faction is the same as the Tech 2. Just that it's a bit, almost the same, just it's not requiring as much skills. Okay, good. So we've got the ship right here. We're going to get the Fierce Electrical. Hopefully this goes really well. My main worry is not actually the tank. My main worry is the tracking, how that's going to fare. I have a feeling it might be not so good. We can go with some basic boosters like hard shell. No, let's just skip the boosters because I think we should be able to tank this. So we'll just go straight in. We've not got a safe actually because this is a new character. I've never used this character on the test server before. Personal, peoples and places, safe. We'll just start as we start moving. Safe right there. Jumps. Because this character's not even got the ability to use a whole lot of drones. So not only can't we use the Tech 2 drones, but we can't use a lot of drones. I think we can only use 3 drones at a time. Seeing how many can we use? Because it requires drones skill level 5. Drone. Oh, no, we can only use 1 drone. That's we're not even able to use all 5 drones. So it could be something to train. Actually, it could be a very good thing to train, because even though the drones are not very important on the Zealot, not at all particularly important, it gives us the slight edge in terms of our DPS, which can be useful when we get to the higher filaments, where time is going to be an issue. Here in the low tier filaments, it's not going to be particularly difficult. Activate filament. Let's go. This will be very, very interesting. And the fun thing here is that if we fail, it's alright. We're not going to be losing our whole ship that we've been grinding so long to get. Well, Lucid guys, Watchmen, etc., etc. Let's see what our capacity is at. 31 gigajoules. Really nice to see. Really nice to see. And they're very far away, actually. Good news. One arm repair. Scorch. What is our range on Scorch again? It's 28, 33. They're really far away. Whoa, 30 kilometers plus away. Oh, we can just remove the passive module so we don't have all these here. Make the inventory a little bit smaller. Take out this warden. Yeah, he's going down pretty quick. Can we turn off the shake as well? Let's take him out. Go with Imperial Navy Multifrequency. Not really able to track here. This stuff I'm worried about. Like, you know, tracking issues is really annoying. Multifrequency has good tracking compared to Conflag, so it's good for short range engagements if you've got small stuff like this. And we could maybe, it could be favorable that we take out the Webifiers, since they're going to be making us slow and making it harder for us to pull range and get some good tracking going on. But you can see we're tanking pretty good, and we're not even using 2 armor repairs, so it just shows how we are really got some good we've got some good tank going on. And I mean, say we were to have assault cruisers, heavy assault cruisers level 4 or even 5, or will be an absolute beast of a ship. Come on, shoot, 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 shoot. Maybe we can take drones. Look at this, look at this. Right, how many drones can we can't even use 1 drone actually, because we've not even got light drones trained. So this will be fun to see. see how it'll fare without any drones at all. But we should actually train some skills, because even if drones are not really doing much damage, I mean, they will be some nice complementary DPS to this. They would be a good distraction in case we were to ever need it. Right? We would be able to have them distract them, pull aggro a bit away from us. I've got the reactive armor hardener as well, giving us some decent resists. Defense. Resists are nice. And we just keep moving. Because the more we move, the more we can like pull transversal and get some good hits. Where's the range of multi-frequency? 9 and 16, so it's good range as well. We'll continue here towards the transfer conduit that was really far away. The ISK increase for here will be similar to T. Unfortunately, the ISK will be it'll be similar to doing T2 in the Retribution. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it's going to be. We do have a little bit increased likelihood of getting the really good rare drops like good filaments, etc. Just because of the nature of T3s being like we got higher tier filament, we'll get more likelihood of getting higher tier filament, like a high tier filament drop. But it's not going to be like, it's going to be similar to doing T2 Abyss like we were doing before. So it will be a bit anticlimactic like that. Like, oh, okay, we're just going to what we were doing before in T2 Retribution Abyss. The difference is that hopefully this will be a lot more relaxing than the T2s that we were doing before. And then we'll hopefully as well be able to do them quicker than the Retribution was able to do T2s before. That was a big volley of 2k right there. Scorch. We'll go towards the transfer conduit actually. Yeah, he went down quick, and you can see pretty slow, 4 minutes for T3. That is very slow, but we also have to remember we've got a character who's got pretty bad skills, no drones. The drones would help a lot in this wave because we would, you know, have they would track really well. So we should actually really consider getting at least some drone skills. Drone level 5, some okay-ish drone DPS skills, and being able to use the light drones Tech 2. Okay, Corpus Tyrannos. Should be pretty easy, just continue here. We just have to like make sure we keep transversal up, go a little bit here to the side. Have tactical view on so you can see where I'm clicking. We'll have the Scorch take out the Entangler. You can see with jaw revs we just beastly tank this so well. And then we'll Webify this guy soon, the one who's getting close to us. You see him over there. And this is where we can use Conflagration. 1.4k penetrating shot. Very simple, very simple. We just need to make sure we're not going, like, approaching him directly. We're going in sort of an angle, but we're still getting closer. What is the range of Conflag? 916. It's the same as Multifrequency, okay. I think it's still better to use the Conflag over Scorch even at this range. Charybdis, Charybdis. Oh, okay, taking out that ship right there. We're not so quick. Like, the Zealot is not extremely slow like some other ships, for example T30 cruisers, but with this Afterburner. But the thing is, it's still pretty slow. Heavy assault cruisers in general, I know they're pretty slow compared to, for example, a Gila, which is also a pretty slow ship. Like, you can find, for example, an Orthrus cruiser, factory cruiser, that's a fast ship. You know, almost 1k a second with an Afterburner. So we're pretty slow right here, and the issue is that when we've got Corpus Tyrannos, who's always wanted to pull range like this, I'm going to make so that it takes a long time to get in close. But really, key is just getting it here at an angle, taking out the annoying cruisers, and it should be alright. We'll push Corpus actually towards the gates to reduce time traveling. We'll sort of go here and then around and push Corpus back. Because we still gaining velocity or gaining distance, just not so much. And we can soon use the Webifier also might help a little bit as well. So we can now use Conflagration, which will get through this a lot quicker. You see Corpus has even gone into the wall. So He's almost destroyed even by the time we get here. So just approach like this. And bumpity bump a little bit. Little bump. And to be honest, we can just go towards the transfer conduit now, because I think we could use Scorch to poke curb this at long range instead. I see, even though we were close, we were still getting a bit of grazing hits, showing that our tracking is not the absolute best. It can be better. I think there are some gunnery skills that we might be able to improve upon. Gunnery, and then we do my skill that I destroyed right there. You see, we can got motion prediction. This would be good. Sharpshooter would also be good. Control burst would be also good, actually. This would make us have a bit better time of getting the capacitor up and running. So we've got gunnery skills we can train as well. But if we can complete this T3 site, these T3 sites without the gunnery skills, that would be awesome, because then we can just keep farming these while we have them training in the background. When we get perfect skills, go to T4, bling maybe a little bit. Should be alright. Let's go. Ephialtes Illuminator. Curb this Tyrannus again. What is the resistance we've got? Minus 30% EM. So it's actually a really bad situation for us in terms of time. So if we're able to get through this in a timely manner, then it should be a good indication of how good we're going to be performing over here. So we've got two Guardians Disruptors and Tracking Disruptors on the case. This is going to make us just perform really bad in terms of our tracking, but we should be alright because it just cruises over here. What's the DPS with the Scorch? 350. And we should be able to use Conflag, maybe Conflag, because it's still really bad range we've got. We should probably be taking out the confusers actually. Let's go for this confuser after this illuminator. Illuminators are going to make it easier for Charybdis to hit us. That's why I'm going for the illuminator. But to be honest, if we go for the confusers, make us have an easier time using Conflag. Using Conflag will then enable us to get through everything a lot quicker. But to be honest, the most important thing is just to get close to Charybdis. Because then if I get close to Charybdis, I reduce all the damage, and it increases the damage I do to Charybdis because I can use the high DPS close range ammunition. Knock this guy up. Webbity web, webbity web. And then we make a little bit of a turn right here, just as we did before. Go here, let's do this here, then whoop, go around. And now we can use Conflagration on this guy right here, because we've got all the confusers taken out. So we can actually hit this obfuscator decently. Well, I mean, still glancing as off shots, but it's alright. Grays are more the worst, I think. Glances off is just a bit less than hit. So we'll do a little bit of a U-turn right here. Exactly like we did before. The time is actually pretty decent, all things considered. It could be better with the time, because if we have minus 50% EM resist, makes our EM based damage to hit a bit harder. And Charybdis Tyrannus waves not usually the shortest waves, but they're neither going to be the longest either, because the Zealot's main downside will be the situations where it can't track a lot. Its raw DPS is usually actually really good. In fact, in some ways better than the Gila, because the Gila can have good DPS with the drones, but the thing is, the drones, they have travel time, and that reduces the DPS. When we have stuff we can track, like these kind of waves, then I think the Zealot is better, because you just instantly do damage. You take out one target, just plop, next target, start beaming him down straight away. But when it comes to the Gila, I have to have the drones travel, and it's going to take a bit of time. That will shave off time, I think. Overall, just the sleeper cruiser waves and these kind of meaty waves like Charybdis, they feel, I think, a bit quicker than they do in the Gila. Now this... Oh, I can hear some fighter jets outside. Uh-oh. I hope there's not going to be war here in Sweden. Okay. Let's push these guys away. This Corpus doesn't seem to be wanting to move, really. Does not seem to be wanting to move. Corpus's AI is just keep at range. But sometimes it's hard to take advantage of that, even if I want to, like I'm doing, or I am aware of what its AI function is. Okay, good. What is the time? 13 minutes, maybe even 14 by the time we get to the gate. But I think it's pretty decent time, It felt good. There are ways I want to try. I want to face lots of Damavik waves, Triglavian frigate waves, Cinnabel wave, but I think a Cinnabel wave would be alright. Sancho wave could be difficult, but I think it'll also be alright, because we've got a good thermal resist. Marshall wave will be interesting, but I think we'll tank just fine, because we've got 85 explosive, and 80%, like look, these resists are perfect for Marshall waves, because they do, Marshals do primarily thermal, and also a bit of explosive, hardly any of the other damage types, so we'll probably tank really well there as well. So overall I'm pretty happy. The time is also not too bad. I mean, it's obviously not really quick for doing a T3 site, but you have to remember we've not got perfect skills, and we are focusing a lot, our fit is focusing a lot on tank. It's not focusing a lot on DPS right here, only 2 damage modules, so we could maybe have 3 damage modules, but have a bit worse tank. I mean, we have still got a pretty strong ship right here. I would say we've got a pretty solid ship, and I mean, I think it'll be better to be on the safe side for doing these sites, because we really wouldn't want to lose this ship. Rather, I would be in a situation where we're doing the sites a little bit slower, but it's going to be a lot safer, because when we're doing this T0 to T6 Abyss series, we preferably want to be in a situation where we can sort of relaxingly farm these and work our way slowly but surely up to the next tier of Abyss, rather than just doing explosive moves where we can lose our ship straight away like we did previously in the T2 Abyss. We'll see, but I'll have to do more tests to make sure that this is alright. I want to face some frigate waves, as I said before, and perhaps some other ones such as Marshall waves, or maybe even some Corpus Tyrant, not Corpus Tyrant, the Sanch and Cinnabel waves. So that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.